This is Missile Trooper. As you can see, it's an average tower. I put the summer skin on, and it does a decent amount of damage. And this is Stinger. Basically Missile Trooper, but cheaper, does more damage to air enemies, and only has one path. But there is one obvious difference between these two towers. Can you guess what it is? Obviously, Stinger has one path and Missile Trooper has two. And that's why, in this video, I made my loadout with only single path towers to see if I can get through all the 6 main game modes of TDX. First up was easy mode. I first started with a shock trooper, got it to level 3, then spammed a bunch of noob tubers. I mean, there's not really much to talk about. The Mega Knight got by, but I did just sell some of my towers and placed at the back. I don't like Mega Knight. So yeah, easy mode was pretty easy. I totally didn't lose countless of times because I was trying to max out Zed to kill the enemies with more than 50% collision resistance. I wouldn't do that, like why would I? I first started with Flame Trooper, and I gotta say, it's a good starter tower. Flame Trooper can shred crowds. It can stop boss ones, but it does not have stealth detection. That's why I got it to level 2, then I started getting Zeds at wave 10. I think Zed is still a pretty decent tower, because it spawns quickly, and it has a pretty decent amount of health for level 0. Although you can't get it anymore, I think it could use some collision resistance. Wave 24 hits, and I got my first shock trooper, just so I could get the enemies closer, so the flame trooper can hit more enemies. After that, I tried maxing out all my towers, I took Predator down, and came Eradicator. Since I maxed out a Zed, Eradicator was an easy fight. I mean, it's called Eradication for a reason, you know? I eradicated the Eradicator. Anyways, Intermediate has been passed. Elite surprised me a lot, actually. I first started with a Flame Trooper and 2 Shock Troopers, just so I can get the crowd out of the way. I then got 2 Noob Trooper turrets, just so I can deal with the giant skeletons. But with my Shock Troopers being level 3, they weren't going to be a problem. Then, wave 15 hit, so I got my first Zed. I basically use Zed for all the game modes. Wave 20, I get 3 max stingers, just so I can get the flying problem out of the way. And it's basically smooth sailing from here. I passed the lava golems, I got past King and Queen, and I got past the Cyber Dragon. One thing that was really helpful was the maxed out Zeds. 10,000 HP, 2,500 DPS, and 1 spawns every 75 seconds. Another thing was the stingers. Since they're basically my only flying detection, they do pretty well because of the 500% more damage to flying enemies. Revived Plague Doctor game, and I basically had everything maxed out. By the time Revived Plague Doctor summoned its horde, it just vanished, gone. Every single tower just wiped it off the map. Then Revived Plague Doctor was finished. I don't usually say this in my videos, but Elite mode has been passed. Expert was not that much different from Elite. I basically did the same strategy. Flame Trooper, Shock Trooper, some Stingers, then Zed. I also got Archers from Relic just for a bit more damage. There wasn't much problems going on in the waves. Until wave 30. Zeus, Phobius, and Artemis. The Zeds and Archers were doing most of the work, but Artemis and Zeus did kill most of my Stingers. But I did max out a Zed, which took down Phobius and Zeus. After that, I placed max Stingers, which took down Artemis, and wave 30 has been passed. I then started placing most of my Stingers in the back to keep them from dying, but it didn't really help with VX Shonen Destructor. I did take them down though. Eradicator Mark II has arrived. He honestly wasn't that much difficult since I did get my Overseer Primes and I maxed out all my Zeds. In the end, my Stingers took care of his drones and Overseer Prime just took care of him completely. For Nightmare, I changed my loadout. I brought Stinger, MLRS, Relic, Zed, Psycho Slayer, and a Scout Helicopter. I first handled the first 7 waves with Scout Helicopter and maxed it out. I then got a few max Stingers just to handle with the flying enemies a bit better, and when Eradicator came, he was no problem at all. To make this quick, I beat Eradicator Mark IV, Mark I Combat, the 2 Destructors, the Jaegers, and the X2 Troopers. By the time Alpha Predator showed up, I had all my MLRS maxed, I had all my relics, all my Zeds, and yeah, that's basically it. Alpha Predator was a bit difficult. I just had to spam Stingers so that he wouldn't hit any of my unit towers, or MLRS towers. And in his second phase, the Overseer Primes easily took him down. Next are the Eradicator Mark IIs. I killed them quickly, but they did kill all of my Stingers, and some of my MLRS towers. Next was Emperor, and oh my gosh, the boss fight took literally 20 minutes. I think that was kind of my fault because I did use 2 emergency crates, which gave me more health, and it took even longer. In the end, Emperor kept killing all my towers, and I only got him to 3 million health. I don't really have anything to say about Endless. Like, I beat all the bosses, I beat Calamity, I beat Wave 100. I only died at Wave 102, so that's good, I guess. And there you have it. That is my journey with single path towers in TDX. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please subscribe. I'm almost at 1K. And yep, have a good day.